Hello, everybody. This is Stacia 2 Expert. Let's get into it. Today, we are going to do a lot of fun things. We are going to get ore doubling going, and we're going to make a mining machine, along with some other small little changes as well. So, I hope you guys are excited, and let's get right into it. So, first, I gotta kill this guy, I guess, huh? He's all decked out. Oh, man. Why can't you just let me do an intro? Huh? Why you gotta fill my inventory with junk, huh? What's that about? All right, there we go. So I've done a little bit of things here. As you can see, the foundry is a little taller, and I actually have a new pickaxe. This is a manulin pickaxe, and to make manulin, it's pretty easy. You just need cobalt and some of that ancient debris that we found. So I went ahead and did that. And what's important about this stuff is it's a netherite mining tier, and it's very good for melee weapons and stuff, but it's also has a lot of good durability and it's good for tools of any sort. Yeah, so 3 ingots of cobalt and some ancient debris. So you also need blazing blood, which is just getting blazes into this. And you can also put like molten cores in it and stuff as well. And you replace the lava with the blazing blood. Um, and then you can smelt the ancient debris. So, yeah, fun fact for you there. Also, I added silk touch on it. So I finally found, I finally found a use for gold, rose gold. I finally found a use for rose gold. So, in the Tinker's Construct mod, there's a really simple way to make silk touch, and that's with silky cloth. All you need is molten rose gold, which we had an abundance of, and some cobwebs. You can make those with mana infused string and string. So I went ahead and made 5 of those, and you basically just put it in your modifier with your tool, and it gives it the silky effect. So now we have like a really good silk touch, which is awesome. And you can also see the durability is at like almost 3,000, which is, I don't know if you remember, but when we first started, our pickaxe was at 180 durability. So let's just put that into perspective. Also, I do want to play with these little spell books that we've gotten over time. We got them a while ago in some chests. I think maybe when I was mining. Um, but they're super cool. I haven't played with them a whole lot, but I was worried that they were a one-time use item, and that's why I haven't used them yet. But they're not. You can keep using them. So we have potent toxin, glow trap, and warp impact. So we'll start with the potent toxin. Let's see if it'll work on one of these guys. Yeah, so basically it does projectile, hex, harm, and extend time. So it puts poison on things, and it also allows it to take more damage from other things, which is pretty cool. It's cool, but it's not deadly by itself. However, if you mix it with this glow trap, you can throw an actual rune on the ground, and if a mob steps on it, it freezes them in place and makes them glow. So, theoretically, you can glow trap and then potent toxin them, and then just use your sword. So, yeah, pretty cool. Although the coolest thing is this warp impact. And I don't know if you can see there, but it says projectile blink explosion, AoE. So basically, this is a good way to teleport, but also a good way to hurt enemies. So if I want to teleport over there, I can just right click and yeah, it does an explosion when you teleport. It's pretty fancy. It's pretty nice. So we'll definitely have to use that in some combat situations, definitely. Okay, so I was able to take the water off of this because it was causing a bit of lag. I added, oh, there's some iron there. I added our mechanical press over here and our millstone as well. So we kind of have those. They're not automated. I just needed them for some crafting. But if you look over here, I also added a little smelting area. And if you guys remember, I had on the outside of this pyramid, I had a little like floating area with chests and a couple furnaces, and yeah, it wasn't cutting it anymore. So I have some iron furnaces here, some gold furnaces, blast furnaces, smokers, all the good stuff. And then back here is where you'll see your tiny coal and stuff. So yeah, I thought that was nice. I kind of needed that upgrade. I was living out of a little tiny area for too long. So yeah, we got that going. And yeah, now we can begin progressing. All right, let's come over here to our island. I had a bit of an idea. I started realizing that we are kind of producing a lot of seeds out of this. And yeah, there's a lot of seeds in here, and I actually have even more seeds. Yeah, 2,000 wheat seeds. I really don't think we need this many wheat seeds. So I kind of wanted to find a way to turn it all into bone meal, just to have some passive bone meal. I feel like will be good for the future. So ignore the clutter in my backpack, but I do have, let's see, I had some ideas. I have a brass funnel, some wooden hoppers, a list filter, and I'd like to try to make this thing just automatically the seeds go into a composter and then go into a chest, possibly. So, yeah, let's try to do that. First we got to get down here. And also, I really like this shovel. Oh, whoops. I really like this shovel, but it always mines in a 3x3, and I just am not a big fan of that. I want to be able to like choose whether I want to do 3x3 or not, you know? So maybe I'll try to make something else there because I just don't use it very much. But yeah, let's dig down here and see what we can do. So I want to put a funnel here because we don't have any pipes. So we're kind of just dealing with funnels at the moment. So I want this funnel to only grab spinach seeds and wheat seeds out of the chest, and I want the rest to stay. So I'm going to get a list filter here, and I'm going to go with seeds. And you can actually drag your JEI items into the filter, so you don't really have to like have the items on you, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to put wheat and spinach seeds in here and allow, and that's it. And then I'm going to throw that guy on there. So now it should, when I press with the wrench, the arrow changes. It should just spew out a bunch of seeds, I believe. Um, so with that, we are going to do let's do a hopper into this composter. So we'll go composter. Actually, I wonder if we can do a chute. I don't know if it matters. But yeah, we'll try a chute, and then underneath here, we will put a chest down, and I don't think wooden hoppers actually work on composters. So let's see, do I have, yes, I do. Okay, so we'll do a regular hopper here, and we'll do that. And let's see, cover this up. There we go. Okay, so theoretically, if I grab my wrench, I should be able to turn this. Okay, it spit it out, but it's not going in. So let's see. Let's replace this with a wooden. Oh, let's replace this with a wooden hopper. Let's see if that works. All right, let's see. Twist. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes, you guys. That is awesome. Yes, and it's so fast. Oh my goodness. I love these wooden hoppers. There's really no need for a regular hopper unless, you know, it doesn't work for some reason like here. So yeah, I'll cover this up. And now we just have passive bone meal. So that's awesome. We'll definitely be needing that in the future. And let's see, can I reach? Ooh, I can't reach it. So I'll have to make something that make a little like a step down area here. There we go. Make it look better in the future. But yeah, pretty easy. On to the next task. Okay, so Now we are going to make a mining contraption. I have been doing everything by hand, and the create mining contraptions you can make are still kind of manual, but they mine a lot more efficiently and just gather a lot more materials. So, to make the contraption, we need pretty much all this stuff. It's pretty basic create stuff. We need mechanical drills, a mechanical plow here, some deployers, and most importantly, a cart assembler. So, we're going to get this guy set down here. We're going to place some rails. And this cart assembler actually needs rails to be placed. So we got that. And then I'm going to place this on here because it needs a redstone signal to activate. So let's see. I haven't really tested this a whole lot, so we're just gonna see what happens. And basically, we know that we want the the mechanical drills in the front. Those things are important, obviously, because that's what will mine for us. But we need something to place and to destroy these rails. So when it's moving along, it's going to be constantly on rails, and we don't want it to just place rails all the time and not pick them back up because that would be a lot of rails to do. So in order to do that, we are going to do a deployer here, I believe. So that way and we're going to face it downward. There we go. And let's rotate it towards us like that. So theoretically, this should place rails down, and we don't really want it to place anything else down. So I'm going to get another list filter here. Actually, I don't think I need a list filter. I think I can just place it right here. So now this guy will pretty much just place rails, and that's his main job right there. So now that we have that going, we also need something to pick the rails back up. So we're going to use the mechanical plow here for that. And let's see. Yeah, that looks right. So now it's going to place these rails, and then this is going to pick them up. So I'm going to connect that here. There we go. And then pretty much the only other thing we need now is our mechanical drills. There we go. So these things are so cool. And this contraption can be upgraded. Like I have a 9x9 going right now, but it can be, I think, as big as you want. I don't know if there's an actual limit to that. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. So we're also going to want to use a minecart with furnace because that's what's actually going to propel the whole machine forward. So I'm going to put that in there. And then we want to give it an inventory as well. And I want to give it a couple things of inventory because I don't want to have to keep stopping to empty the chest out and stuff. So we're going to do a diamond chest that we got from a quest. And yeah, it's a lot of room. And then just a regular double chest. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. It's pretty simple, guys. It's really not that hard of a setup. And then we'll get a little pink seat here so we can actually sit on the contraption while it's moving and feed the furnace with some coal. So if I've done this correctly, which I hope I have, I believe all we need to do now is glue this thing together. So we'll start with these guys, and then we'll go here. And do not glue the cart assembler or the rails, because that will not work. That will definitely mess everything up. And we'll glue these here. And this here. And then all we need to do now is flick this lever. There we go. Self-driving cart. Perfect. So now we have to kind of just look around and see if, make sure everything's actually connected. It seems to be. If it's lifted off the ground, you know it's connected. It looks good. I think so. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it, you guys. I can throw some coal in here to test it out, but I don't want to test it here. I want to test it underground. So all you need to do is just right-click your minecart down here, and it actually turns it into a contraption. So you can carry this thing around with you anywhere you go. Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. My apologies. I forgot a crucial detail. So, when you're doing this, you actually do need a list filter and you do need another deployer. So, what you want to do is if there's any empty gaps in when you're mining, you actually will want a deployer to place blocks as well. So, I apologize. I did forget about that. So we'll have this guy flipped upside down just like that. And here is where the list filter comes into play because we don't really want it to place random stuff. We kind of just want it to place cobblestone when it mines cobblestone, and then maybe some cobbled deep slate while it's when we're in lower levels. So we'll add that, and now we'll add the 9x9 drill. So there we go. That's a lot better. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't start doing that and then end up in a ravine somehow. And I don't know. I don't even want to know what would have happened then. All right, before we head down into the mines, I actually wanted to grab these axolotls that we found while mining, and I wanted to place them in our little pond area. I thought that would be kind of nice. However, I want you guys to name them, please. So the first comment on this video will get the chance to name the axolotl, and if you are the first commenter and you don't see this part, then I'll just use your username. So I'm gonna put both of these guys in here. Ah, so cute. We got a pink one, and I think he's like a light blue or maybe a white. Um, yeah, look at him. Look at him swimming around in there. You're home, guys. To keep them from despawning, I am gonna name tag them, but I'm gonna name tag them no name. So we'll just change their names once we get some suggestions. Here you go, buddy. Yeah, so keep an eye out. Be the first one to comment on the next two videos, and you might have a chance to be able to name one of these axolotls. So there we go. So cute. For some reason, I updated this pack recently, and now everything is darker. I'm not sure why, but everything seems to be a little bit more dark. It was kind of like full. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm getting surrounded. Oh no. But yeah, it was like almost like I had Fulbright on before. But I digress. We are at negative 58, and I'm gonna just mine a few small squares in here. And oh, of course we hit gravel. See, now this is where my shovel does good, but I don't always want to do a 3x3. All right, so let's see. Basically, we are going to throw the contraption down with some rails, and we'll just go like this, and then like this. Give it a redstone signal. There we are, just like that. And we'll throw that down, and then we'll place our cart here. Oh, I got squished a little. There we go. So theoretically, if I mine over here and grab some coal, we should be able to just get on our seat and start going, guys. Theoretically. So let's see. Ready? Oh, technical difficulties. Okay. I didn't give it a redstone signal. So now let's try that again. Oh, okay. We're off to the races, you guys. There we go. We're moving. We have our very own mining tunnel. Mining mole? Mole miner. I don't know. What should we call this thing? Oh, it's so beautiful. So yeah, I'll just sit on my pink little seat here, and I'll place torches, and I'll just keep filling this thing with coal. And if I get off here, I can just give it some more. As you can see, the plow is breaking the rails, which is exactly what we want. This guy is trying to place, but we don't really need to. Let's see if I can do that. Ah, yes, there we go. So it actually placed for us, and we have the rails being placed. So we have a fully functioning automated mining machine. How awesome is that? And you can actually access the inventory while we're moving. So there we are. We have some rails going. We got some raw uranium already. A couple stacks of cobble deep slate and tough. Yeah, this is something else. And this is perfect example here. we can go through water and lava, no issues whatsoever. So this machine is just flawless. There's really no reason to worry about it. Oh my God, I lied. Oh crap. Oh jeez. Okay. Maybe there's a few flaws. But the machine is fine. Okay? That's what matters. That's what matters. Oh gosh, I'm gonna take this off. I don't want to lose my multi-jump. That had 16 durability on it. Whew, scary. And if you guys are enjoying the series as much as I am, please leave a like and subscribe. It would mean a lot. I really enjoy doing this, and knowing that you guys enjoy it too just makes it that much more fun. So please join me with this. Join me in this journey. It's gonna be really fun. Not that it isn't already. Ooh, look at that. We're looking at some diamonds, guys. Let's try to mine this here. Come on, there we go. Yes, very good. Let's take a look at what we got. Ooh, 2 diamonds. We got some zinc. So far, so good. While I'm sitting here mining with our new machine, I'm realizing that sometimes I miss to place torches, and I actually had the idea to make a torch launcher. So we make this guy. It spawns torches wherever it lands. So we can throw away our regular torches and just launch them. Look at that. Oh, how cool is that? So now if I miss a torch, I can just launch it down the tunnel and we'll have light. No mobs will spawn. All right, so just mining for a couple minutes here. I already got 11 diamonds. That's pretty cool. I think I might bring this thing up to the more iron level and try to produce more iron for us because that is a hot commodity right now. But now that we've got this going, I want to move on to the next step. All right, now that we have this extremely long tunnel that you can't even see the end of, I'm kind of curious what our warp impact range is. So I'm just gonna sit, just gonna shoot it out and just kind of sit here and wait and just see how far that thing goes. Whoa, okay. I don't I hit something, so I must have not been exactly straight, but you can see the end of the tunnel, so I have a feeling this thing doesn't go away. I don't think there's a range. That's very nice for if we need to run back down a tunnel for something. All right, so I've gone ahead and crafted some things. Nothing crazy. It's stuff we've already learned, so I haven't gone ahead. We got some coal dust, some industrial grade metal, which is just in the furnace. Some LV cables. Those are rubber, which is made with slime in a furnace, and some coal dust and some copper plates and some copper wire. So it's all stuff we have made before. But what is really cool about this is we're going to get our first set of power. Yes, we're going to get some power today, guys. So to do that, we are going to need to make a basic generator from FTB Industrial Contraptions. And you can see it outputs only 10 at FE. Let's see. Yes, FE per tick. And yeah, it's pretty easy. It's just an iron furnace with all of the other ingredients that we have. So we got that going. Yes, so exciting. And we're also going to need something called a macerator. So we're going to need a machine block and an electronic circuit. And that will complete Celeste Mountain. So in order to make the electronic circuit for the macerator, we are going to need LV cables, redstone dust, dark steel, and some flux infused ingots. It's not that complicated. It seems like it might be, but it's really not. So if we focus on the dark steel right now, you can see that you really just need to mix some obsidian, some coal, and some iron ingots in a mixer, and you can use a blaze burner. So we're going to add that to our little setup here. And so I'm just going to go with some shafts, or a shaft and a cogwheel here. And then I'll add our mixer. There we go. And then I believe we need to just break this block here and this block here. And we'll have the blaze burner down. Let's go here. And we'll have the blaze burner down there with the basin on top of that. No, let's go one more up. I was wrong. You gotta admit when you're wrong, guys. You can't play it off all the time. There we go. I think. I think that's right. So yeah, we'll give this thing some water and maybe one bucket. Will that be enough? No, it is not enough. Okay, one bucket did work. All I did was break the shaft right here, and it looks like we're gonna need some more stress because we're reaching the limit. But yeah, so we got this going, and I'm gonna give the this guy some coal. I don't know how much I need to give him, but I'll give him a few there. And then just drop the coal dust, obsidian, and iron in there, and it should be mixing for us. And we should be getting dark steel. There we go, dark steel ingot. Awesome. So while that's running, we can work on one more thing. We can work on the flux infused ingot. Now, you can use our Tinker's thing for that, which is just an electrum ingot and some redstone inside of the foundry. Do silver and gold in the Tinker's forge. So we're going to go up and go do that. All right, running up to the foundry here. Let's throw in our gold and our silver. So this will double it. So it's going to be probably 12 silver and 12 gold since we have silk touched these ores. So that'll be perfect for us. And it looks like I have some molten tin in there with not enough. So I'll have to fix that. But yeah, here we go. All right, there we go. We have 2 blocks of electrum. Wow, that's quite a lot. So I'm going to just, since this is full, I'm just going to flick this lever and have it just start producing the electrum ingots. And while it's doing that, I'm going to get some redstone. And, ooh, we're pretty low on redstone. Maybe we can use the silk touched stuff? Does not look like it. Okay, so we'll just use some regular redstone, right? There we go. Perfect. All right, fun fact, you can't duplicate redstone. Or double it, I should say. And we have some destabilized redstone now as well. And all we're going to do when this is done is just drop the redstone on these ingots. And then we'll get our flux infused, or what is it called? Flux infused ingot. There we go. Not too hard, huh? Looks like we ended up with 24 electrum ingots. That's pretty nice. So I think just place that and then destabilize redstone, hopefully. It seems like it used quite a bit, actually. And there we go, flux infused ingot. I think I'll make half of these and just have some extras to go along with it. And it looks like it uses about 400 millibuckets, if you guys are curious. That's a little less than half. It's 1,000 millibuckets for 1 bucket. All right, looks like we've got 31 dark steel. That's quite a bit. It's quite a bit more than I was expecting, actually. I kind of just threw a random number in there. So that's awesome. So now we need to make these into plates, actually. So I'm just going to throw half down, and we're going to let this guy make some dark steel plates for us. And then we're almost there. All right, we got 16 dark steel plates out of that. So now I believe we have enough to make the electronic circuit. There we go, you guys. 4. We got 4 of them. That's awesome. And we got our quest complete. Yes, all right. It's been a while since we've seen one of those pop up, hasn't it? And it looks like we'll get some experience and a rune of air. Okay. I don't know. It's from Britannia. Let's see. Oh, wow. Ender Wing. Teleport to spawn. These look like some complicated things. What is the rune of air for? Ring of dexterous motion. Ooh. Cirrus amulet. Okay. Okay. I don't know exactly what all this stuff does. Slingshot. Wow, that's cool. I don't know if that's good or what, but yeah, maybe you guys got to let me know what this rune of air is for because I'm really not sure. But yeah, so now that we've done this, we're gonna need the machine block still. So electronic circuit, which we have silver, iron plates, aluminum plates. None of that is hard. We are gonna need some fuses though, which is just industrial grade metal and glass. So I will grab. I don't actually know if we have glass. Let me look. Okay, we do. We have glass, and we do not have enough industrial grade metal. So I'm going to get some iron and bring it on over to our fancy little smelting area. Yes, please. And let's see how fast this gold furnace is. I'm actually not sure. Okay, that's pretty good. It kind of feels like a blast furnace, maybe a little slower or something like that. So looking at these iron furnaces in this iron furnace mod, I believe you can add a generator upgrade. Um, I've already kind of done the stuff for the quest line, but it looks like this might be the best early game way to generate power. I haven't really seen anything cheaper than this. Uh, I kind of wish I saw that before all this, but nevertheless, it is good that we're doing this because we need to get through this Celeste Mountain. I mean, we're on episode 11. This cannot stand. All right, so we have our fuses made. Now we just need our machine block. Oh, we need to make an aluminum plate. Okay, everybody, it looks like we have made the machine block. We did it, you guys. Oh, that is a satisfying noise. Chapter completed. Yes. Oh, it feels so good. Ooh, and we get some circuits and some more fuses. That's nice. And some steak. Okay. Now you can move on into the technology age. This quest will unlock the Industrial Revolution chapter. All right, here we go, you guys. We have unlocked, let's see here. Your first tech mod will be FTB Industrial Contraptions. That's awesome. Okay. I don't know much about it, but I do anything FTB, I'm a fan. It's basically the same as IC2. There are a few items that you can only produce on FTB IC machines you needed for progression. So don't get the idea that FTBIC machines will be unnecessary when you start thermal or mechanism. Ooh, interesting. Okay, that's good to know. It's not just an early game technology thing. It will carry on. So yeah, awesome progression. We're doing it. We're making our way. And here's our here is our FTB industrialization chapter. So yeah, we're going to make this macerator pretty soon, so we'll get that unlocked, and we'll be moving into all this good stuff. Ooh, look at that. All right, so let's make the macerator. There we are. All right, macerator done. And another quest completed. I don't think there's no reward for that. So we've done it, guys. We have our first set of power. So I'm going to set this up somewhere temporary, probably. Let's go right here, maybe. And I'll set these LV cables down because we do need to transfer the power over. So there's our generator, and there is our macerator. There we are. So I'm going to get some coal, I believe. And looks like I'm running pretty low on coal, actually. So that's not good. Good thing we have a mining machine. Okay, so we can add some power into here. There we go. And I believe it's good. Yes, there it is. You can see it's generating power. Our first little bits of FE. And our macerator is now powered. So what we can do with this is throw our raw iron in here, and it will slowly macerate this iron, and it will double our ore, just like the foundry, except this one is more automatable. There we go. 2 iron dust. Basically, once we have the dust, we can either smelt it into a piece of iron ingot. So 2 iron dust makes 2 iron ingots. So 1 for 2. We're doubling. And that's going to round out the episode today. I hope you guys enjoyed our progression. We finally got through Celeste Mountain, and now we're on to the next chapter in our series. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys on the next episode.